Cenk Uygur having a Trump deranged meltdown is nothing new, but what might surprise you about this segment is the fact that Ana Kasparian heavily pushes back against him, and it gets so nasty that they get into a full-on chaotic shouting match at each other as Ana tries to slightly defend Trump supporters, and it has to have you asking the question, how much longer will Ana even be employed by TYT? But that said, I'm Vince with Resist the Mainstream. If you enjoy our content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Because that way we can keep bringing you content like this. And that said, let's get into today's reaction clip.
Over $100 million from Sheldon Adelson twice. And the Democrats never talk about it. Why? Because they're also corrupt. And they don't want to talk about the donors because they're swimming in donor money. But if you wanted to pound Trump, you'd pound him on his corruption. The guy who did anything and everything for Adelson. Even gave his wife a Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's a joke, total joke, but those guys don't know it. Now the bad stuff. He has our values, does he? What's your values? I mean, you don't mean family values. He's raw porn stars, and they're like, and he's says terrible things, does terrible things. You don't mean family values. So what values are you talking about?
So as you can see, just the generic, again, Trump deranged meltdown by Cenk. This is nothing new. This is exactly what we expect. But now this segment is about to take a pretty wild turn.
Oh, you know, he believes in putting parents in charge of children. That means I don't like gay people. I'm sorry, that's what it means.
That means he wants to be able to make a decision or help.
A decision about what?
He doesn't want schools making decisions for
about
his kids.
About gay people. And racism, right? He doesn't want racism taught. The two issues, Anna. Those are the two issues in the schools.
Those are not the two issues, okay? One of the issues that you're totally downplaying right now, not even mentioning, is that some school districts want to, let's say a student comes out and identifies as transgender, school districts want to support that student and help him or her through that transition without ever having to notify the parents. I think there are issues there.
Okay, true, by the way, this is a real thing in LAUSD, literally the school district that I went to school and grew up in. That is now the policy, which is if, let's say, little Timmy is at school and they decide they want to be called Tanisha. They identify as transgender. They want the teacher to start calling them a girl, and you even change the gender for the legal records of the school district. The school district is not only not obligated to tell the parents about this, hey, your kid is changing their gender at school. They're actually not allowed to. They're actually supposed to withhold that very information from their own parents. Okay, so this is a real thing that is happening. As much as Cenk Uygur wants to straw man, no, the Republicans just hate gay people. This is literally happening, and this is what Republicans are concerned about when it comes to school, right? But okay, let's hear the Cenk Uygur cope. What's he gonna say?
And I do not begrudge parents for being concerned about that.
Anna, I agree with you, but you're finding a sliver of an issue. That guy's not talking, he doesn't even know that. All that guy knows, and what 98% of them know is, I don't like them teaching about gay people in school, okay? And I don't like them saying, oh, we were racist back to slavery and Jim Crow and redlining. Come on, we know what it means. That's 98% of their efforts in schools.
That's just so ridiculously disingenuous. It really is, okay? Because Anna just listed out to you the extreme things that are happening, not in some random school district of like 100 kids. We're talking about LA. Okay, largest school, one of the largest in the country. We're talking about New York, places like that. These are major things that are happening. This is what people are concerned about, right? It's like, disgusting graphics said things being taught to elementary school kids about this fact, right? The fact that you can become transgender at school and the school is not even allowed to inform your parents. Shouldn't the parent have a right to know? And Cenk just wants to straw man it and say, no, it's just that the Republicans are racist and homophobic, even though he says he agrees with Anna on the issue, right? So he's basically admitting he just wants to intentionally misrepresent what Trump supporters actually believe.
And then when he says open borders, there aren't actually open borders. What he's saying is, I don't like Latino immigrants. They don't look like me. I don't like them. That's my values.
So, okay, so again, Cenk Uygur's take is that being concerned about illegal immigration means that you are racist against Latinos. And if you're a Trump supporter, that must be what you believe. Thank you, Cenk, okay? I mean, completely off the rails, but Anna, don't worry, he's about to check him again.
Sorry. Republicans, I wish you were better. Not all of you, but a lot of you. The MAGA guys, that's why he says, as long as you're like Us, I don't mind if you shoot someone on Fifth Avenue or in front of the White House. I don't mind because you're us and not them. Keep it real. And that's what you're seeing. And that's, by the way, also why they're never going to turn on him. Not all of them, but hardcore MAGA never, ever, ever, ever going to turn on Trump. Why? Because he is them. He is them. They see him, they're like, that guy's just as racist as I am. Oh, I like it. DeSantis has an ad out now about how much he hates gay people more than Trump does. And that might hurt him because they're like, oh, I thought Trump hated gay people as much as I do. Right? So when he says values, he means the opposite of values. I watched all the tapes. All of them say he's like us. They don't mean all of us. They mean, and when you ask them about the issues, they always go to, I don't like Latinos, I mean immigrants. I don't like gay people, I mean, I want parental control in schools.
None of that was
once again just completely unhinged.
None of that was actually said. It is what you have taken out of his statements there.
You're right. Exactly. Thank you, Anna.
Like, yeah, okay.
Okay,
right,
and hey,
so
by the way, guys. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys all be the judge.
Just like anyone can watch the statements you made in regard to the story out of Israel today and say, you know, he said what he said, and I could either take what he said at face value or just put words in his mouth and call him an anti-Semite. That would infuriate you, no?
Anna, okay, look, we have a different interpretation. Okay, we have a different. I saw the tape.
I don't agree.
I've seen
No. She got him there. You can tell he tried to kind of like change or move on from the topic. She got him there because Cenk wants to go on this whole, oh no, I'm gonna misrepresent what they say. I'm gonna imply. Anna really nailed him because she said, well, they can do the same thing to you. Okay, you're very critical of Israel. Why can't people call you anti-Semitic? He didn't know what to say. It's hilarious. Look how pissed. Look at his face. He's not happy.
I don't agree with that guy. Let me be clear about that, okay? But putting words in his mouth, I think is unnecessary. You can actually address what he said there without extrapolating and implying that he said something that he didn't actually say there.
Right.
So what's the benign interpretation? He's worried about taking jobs when we have 3.7 unemployment, record unemployment. He's not worried about losing jobs. He's worried about losing his culture.
You just straight up said, you just totally disregarded everything he said.
No, I didn't. I went exactly on what he said.
You boiled it down to, he's just racist. That's what you boiled it down to.
Because that is what he's saying.
That's your interpretation of it.
What do you think? There's a lovely interpretation of open borders and these goddamn immigrants coming in?
They genuinely think there are open borders. Okay, anyway, whatever.
And then what's the open borders do? What does it do? Does it take our jobs? It doesn't take our jobs.
They think drug traffickers and MS-13 are pouring into the country and causing crime.
Yeah, so at this point, we're pretty used to Ana Kasparian having independent thoughts sometimes, but that went a little unhinged, right? They're just straight up shouting at each other. Cenk is just clearly flustered by all of it. Little drama, do we sense? A little internal chaos? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, I've been Vince with Resist the Mainstream. Peace.